Good evening, beautiful sacred family. Infinite love and blessings to all of you on this wonderful Tuesday, the 12th of January, with our co-creation global meditation for this new earth that we have entered in 2021. Deep gratitude to all of you that are joining us from wherever you are in the new platform of the way that we're focusing our frequency, focusing our vision, and breathing into it to birth these new realities. And we're very grateful to have you. Tonight we have Caitlin with us. Thank you, Caitlin, for being here. And we have Fiorella in person with us. And of course, we have Michael with us. And we thank all of you that are here. So I have the microphone a little bit closer to me because one of the participants last week said the audio was just very poor. He really wanted to take part, but he just couldn't. So my apologies for that. Hello, Valerie. Welcome. I can't quite see the screen very well who's entering in, but we just welcome you. And so we begin. As the new format is slightly different, I know Caitlin and Valerie saw this last week, and a couple other of you that are watching. I don't know who you are yet. If you would just make a comment, introduce yourself. Hi, Christina, and also where you're joining us from, that you're anchoring this frequency today. We really appreciate it. So for those of you who are just joining in for the new format, I'd like to just take a little time in explaining how this one is going to be done as a group together. So last week we began with the vision of pure water all across Earth, anywhere that's water. And what we did was we held the vision of that purifying water, whether it was in the ocean, whether it was in the fountain, whether it was in the sea, whether it was in the rivers, anywhere, and even the water that was going for farming, whatever, was just pure water. All animals, all humans had access to pure, clean, free water. That's where we focused the energy together, and we held that vision, and we connected with our feelings of the joy and celebration of that vision, and we kept breathing into that vision, allowing it to just descend out of ourselves onto Earth somewhere. So we'll be doing that tonight, and our focus is going to be on another solution tonight. So each week we're going to be picking a solution, and this is inspired by my ancient sacred breath of the whales level 3, where we each, our 24 participants, had all the visions that were birthing. So I've collected all these visions. So every week we have a vision that we'll be going into. Now, for those of you who've taken that class, you know what to do with level 3 with breath number 4. So please directly use that particular breath with that, how to birth it through the prana. And but before doing so, we are going to really prepare our vessel. So we will begin with the connecting really deep with our hearts, with our bodies, but it is the flame in our hearts, in our bodies, then fully placing ourselves in the dazzling field of light and connecting to the crystalline tube of light, as the decree is called. And from there, we are going to just welcome the golden pink ray of light that is the Sophia Christ light to just descend from the heart of the Creator down. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to have it just gently start to come down each of the chakra. And And if I feel some of the areas needs a little bit more assistance in the collective, there might be some light language, coding, or transmission type of thing will be coming down. But we'll really ground the energy first to Earth. So we're all sitting inside the center of this field of light. Then we go into the vision. We hold the vision in pure joy and celebration. It has to fully be connected to your heart. So what you do, you take the breath, you hold the image, you hold that breath, and in your belly, like you're birthing it, and then you gently, slowly let it descend out of you. That's all. I'll be working with you on that. Tonight's vision is the next after water. Obviously, it would be obvious to figure it out. It would be food. And it really is focused on the organic, toxin-free foods, which has to tie with farming. So we're focusing on pure, organic, toxin-free farming, highest vibration of food production available to all across the entire globe. All have access to incredible organic produced farms that are producing this magnificent, literally produce that we need, that is matching the vibration for us. So that is the vision. So you can visualize it in the farms, you can visualize in all the grocery stores and all the little markets and all the farmers markets and everywhere that has to do with the farming, the highest vibration of seeds and organic. Very important. So don't go anywhere else, not what you don't want. Focus on what you want. Okay, that will be our vision. So there will be also music played during the time that we hold this vision. The vision that we're going to hold is going to be between 9 to 12 minutes. Let's see how we hold that vision together and we breathe into it. So I thank all of us that have joined us, and I just have to grab one thing because I forgot my little prayer book. Excuse me a second. Okay, so let us get comfortable wherever we are, and the prayer that we are going to be doing for tonight. Thank you. So I will be saying this invocation first, then we'll call in the crystalline tube of light and just go right into it. Any questions from you all? No? Okay. Well, Michael, how's the temperature there? It feels a little hot now, right? How is it for you? You two are good? Okay. Yeah?
It feels good to me.
Is it? Okay.
How about you?
I'm getting very heated. That's okay. That's but thank you. So I invite you now to please close your eyes. Bring your hands either at your heart or rest them with placing them on your knees with palms facing up, whatever you like. Allow your shoulders to roll back, spine straight. And I ask you to let's begin this journey together as a family of light. And welcoming us to all take a deep breath in into our heart. So much gratitude and releasing it through our mouth. Let us breathe into our hearts one more time. Nice deep breath in and letting it go. And again, let's take a deep breath into our hearts and letting it go. Let us now really drop into the center of our hearts, adjusting our posture, allowing the eyes to really relax back and take that inner journey inward into our heart. And I ask you to connect to this beautiful, sacred, luminous flame of light in your heart. And I ask you to connect with it in connecting with the most sacred, pure, innocent, and powerful part of you in this luminous ascension sacred flame of your heart that really sits. It's this beautiful luminous light that sits on the altar of your heart comes from your great mighty I am presence. And I just want you to just sit back, breathe into it as I call this invocation in for us. This is the invocation to the golden pink ray of light, which is the Sophia Christ light, the 12th dimensional crystalline light. So close your eyes and just breathe into the flame. In the name of the victorious presence of God, I am. I call to the heart of beloved Serapis Bey and the great brotherhood of the Ascension Flame of Luxor, beloved Saint Germain and Lady Portia, beloved Sananda and Lady Nada, beloved Sumet Kumara and Lady Venus, 7 mighty Elohim and 7 beloved archangels and archangels, and the 7 Chohans of the race of light. I invoke the golden pink ray from the heart of God to enfold my 4 main body systems and all my other subtle bodies as I decree. Golden pink light from the heart of God. Golden pink light from the heart of God. Golden pink light from the heart of God. Infuse my form with thy dazzling golden pink radiance. Saturate me with the golden pink light from above. Saturate me with the pure white ascension flame. Raise me up to thy eternal glory. Resurrect my entire consciousness, being and world. Illumine and charge me with the light of cosmic love for the victory of my ascension and the victory of my eternal freedom in the light. As I call this for myself and for the earth, I also call this for every man, woman, and child on this planet. And so be it. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Take a deep breath in and release. Take another deep breath in and release. And one more time, deepening that breath in. And bring it into all your bodies. My dear hearts, I ask you to connect with this sacred, luminous ascension flame of light from your great mighty I am presence. And as you breathe into the center of its flame with all your love, and then breathe it completely to all your physical temple. Take a deep breath in. And breathe its ray of light to all your physical temple. And return back to the center of that pure flame of radiance. And then breathe it now into your emotional body. Allow the sacred flame to become even larger. Breathe it in. Breathe it out nice and gently. And return back to that breath, deepening your breath into the center of your heart's flame. And breathe all of it. Breathe it out now to your mental body to purify your mental field, make it even larger. For your next deepening breath, take all the breath into the center of your heart and feed from that sacred flame now in your outer breath. Breathe into your entire etheric body. And now, draw your attention with all your love, deepening it in. And this next breath, draw this flame of light completely outside your etheric body and allow yourself with your breath to be inside a beautiful, magnificent, crystalline bubble of gold and pink ray of light. Now, dear hearts, I ask you to draw your attention to the center of your heart where the pulsing light from the great Helios Vesta beats into the great central sun that beats in you, into the center of the great mighty I am that beats into you. I ask you to draw your attention now upward, all the way upward, all the way upward, all the way upward through your higher chakras, connecting all the way to the center of the heart of the mighty I am presence that you already are, connecting to the great might of that eternal self-flame light, your eternal infinite presence in the omni-essence of this entire consciousness that is you with everyone right into the center. And I ask you to call in from your mighty I am presence the calling of the descension of the crystalline fire tube of light to completely descend down, covering your holy Christ itself and all your full lower bodies, all the way down to earth, to the heart of earth. This 9 feet circular tube of light, a cylinder tube of light placed around you. And let us call the decree for this crystalline tube of light. Almighty I am, true self within, Alpha and Omega, or heaven, descend and fill my being, my auric field, with this mighty, brilliant white overture. Into my field blaze violet fire, freeing flame of lightning power, transmuting all dross of human creation, freeing my soul from all false separation. I am now one with my I am source, merging with all the powerful force, connecting me with all beings in kind, loving oneness in all mankind. Tube of light, strengthen my being. Violet fire, blazing, singing, protect, defend, and lift my soul. Mighty I am presence, I am whole. Let us breathe in the seal of this. Let God be, let God's will crystallize now. Let God be, let God's will crystallize now. Let God be, let God's will crystallize now. And I ask you to please visualize inside this crystalline tube of light is the action of the transmuting violet flame descending completely down in this crystalline tube of light and entering all your four lower bodies, through you, around you, above you, below you, in front of you, and behind you. So all frequencies are completely transmuted back into the light, all the way into the eternal temple of Kuan Yin's mercy's flame. All is transmuted back where it belongs. As you just sit back and allow your vessel to be the streaming light. And now I ask all of us to just take a breathe into this crystalline tube of light and allow it to draw all the way down to the heart of Gaia, connecting to her heartbeat, connecting to her blossom, golden rose. And for those of you that have journeyed in the last 12 days with us, today is the petal of I am boldness. As she's blossomed her 12 petals, fully open. Now, dear hearts, we call in Alpha and Omega. We call in our beautiful white winged ones in here. We call in our beautiful star brothers and the sisters of light and their support. We call in the mighty Galactic Federation of Light, of the highest light for the support. We call in the Galactic Council of Light for the highest support. We call in Astral Command and the Great Order Melchizedek for their support. We call in the Ascended Masters of the highest light to support us with their activity and consciousness. We call in the mighty angels and archeos into the sacred space. We call in the mighty Elohim and the elementals into the sacred space. We also call in the crystal beings, the sacred animal guardians, spirit animal guardians. We call in the ancestors of the highest light to reach us into the sacred place. We call in the beautiful ascended whales and ascended beautiful dolphins into the sacred space. We call in the fairies and the pixies. We call in the furry ones, the feather ones, the two-legged and the four-leggeds. We call in the crystal kingdom and queendom. We call in the cities of light and the ancient Atlantean Lemurian. As we call in Great Mother Earth, Pachamama, Tierra, Sophia, the call of the crystalline heart, the fifth dimensional heart, and the unity quest consciousness grid into the sacred space. We call in direction of the east, the south, the west, and the north. We call in the element of fire, earth, water, and air. We call in great eagle, mother serpent, sister jaguar, hummingbird. And we also call in the inner child, the teenager, the adult, and the elderly. We call in the great team of the white dragons and the crystal blue dragons now. As we breathe in the presence in this crystalline tube of light, we'll now draw all of our attention all the way up in source light and allowing source light to open its gateway chakra. As we now call in the golden pink ray of the Sophia Christ light to descend down and touch the divine gateway of our chakra, allowing the blossom rose to fully be there in its pink golden radiance as we breathe into its presence and we say yes to this divine mother energy, breathing it in, breathing it out, allowing the luminous now to descend down nice and slowly, coming down to our galactic chakra connected with our universal chakra, touching that chakra in the horizontal field, opening it in its golden pink radiance, illuminating it, breathing into it. You can give a brief breath into its horizontal plane that's luminous and radiating this golden light, the golden pink light, and now allowing it to descend down, touching our stellar gateway chakra, allowing the stellar gateway chakra connected to our soul star chakra to fully be luminous, radiant in this blossoming rose. As we breathe into it, taking a deep breath into that and allowing it to descend now, touching our crown chakra with the gold and pink rose radiance of light, allowing the divine wisdom of the divine mother cooling in this luminosity, breathing it in. Breathing it in, allowing to now descend down, coming in this crystalline tube of light, touching your third eye, this horizontal field, allowing it to blast to all your bodies. Breathing it in. Breathing it out, allowing it to descend down even further now to your throat chakra, allowing it to blast the golden pink radiance in all directions in your crystalline light. Crystalline tube of light, breathing it out. Sinashu Nai Kintasu. deep breath in. I'm letting it now descend down further into your heart, allowing it to connect with your 33 petals of the golden light in all directions, descending fully with the opening of this golden big rose, beating with. Now you are allowing it to drop further down into your solar plexus. Breathing it in as the golden pink light expands through this horizontal field in all directions. Breathe in. Breathe it out. Let it now drop into your sacral chakra. Allow your sacral chakra to now be bathed in this golden pink radiance of light in all directions, in all your bodies. Now, breathe it in and let it now drop all the way to root chakra. Ground energy, ground. This crystalline pink tube, pink golden ray of light in all directions. Take a deep breath in. And let us drop it all the way now to the earth star chakra, the bottom portion of your diamond. Connected. Let it ground deep. Touching. Earth square, breathing it in. Breathe it in. And finally, let it drop all the way down now to the heart of Gaia. Connecting all the way from the mighty I am presence, the Sophia Christ, golden pink ray of light, descended all the way through your crystalline tube of light, all the way to the heart of Gaia's crystalline diamond golden rose in the heart. Allow it to connect there. As now, you will begin to allow that magical vision of the most magnificent, produced, created by farms all across Earth in the highest vibration without toxins and pollution that is available and affordable and accessible to all people on earth. As you hold that vision in its celebration and how easily these farms are all across the earth and given to all grocery stores and all markets and farmer markets, and everybody's so happy with this luminosity of this magnificent high vibration, fruits and vegetables and what they need. As you hold that vision, connect with its feeling, hold your breath for a while, build the feeling, and then allow it to, with your breath, move out of you to go towards Earth somewhere in full trust that it will become by this collective vision. slowly come back in. Slowly come back in to your body from the beautiful visions. Feel that last feeling inside of your heart. Feel it. How is it radiating in your facial expression? Tune in, can you feel the celebration of the images for beautiful, magnificent forming for Gaia? And with that wonderful energy, beautiful breath, the vision and the feeling connected to it, I ask you now, take a deep breath in and let us seal this with the beautiful sound of Om, connecting it all. Deep breath in together. Just bring our hands to our heart. Let us give so much gratitude to the Sophia Christ golden pink ray of light that is being brought into Gaia. And let us thank the magnificent images that we held in this focused solution in birthing the new Gaia with the purity of our vessels, the purity of our hearts, and this anchored in this crystalline tube of light. Let us give so much gratitude for this service called tonight as one. And let us just very quickly also share if there was any significant image we saw. We can go around with that. This one was just so wonderful for me. I could have gone for so long, all the different images. So a couple of the things I saw, for example, all apartment complexes, buildings, every single one under roof had farming. Every single one. Everyone had farming, and where people could just get, there was abundance of this organic fruits everywhere. Parks were all in geometric for set up with the way the bushes and the trees, the fruit trees and all of that were, so that people could just grab them from anywhere, available to all at all time. And all people were part of also taking care of the trees, the fruit trees, and what have you. This, and I there's so much I saw, and I saw the farming, all farming. They had water, easy access water with the rain barrels and all this other actually technology that was the way we bring the water from the glaciers to all. So there was just abundance of water for the abundance growth of all these fruits and vegetables. And of course, every structure, every, like, let's say, whether it was school or anything, every place had also the farm or farm where the produce also was there for them to be able to bring it into their facility. I even saw herb gardens at each airplane seat. Like when you sit, you have your cup holders and things. They were like little herb gardens. Every seat had little herb things that people could use the herbs for their uh, whatever meal. And every single bus had these grass things over there where it would also receive the sunlight, so it would be able to produce like microgreen, all this stuff in microgreen. It was just fantastic. I had a field day with this one. It was wonderful. So I want to pass this around.
So I saw large produce areas and farms, and I saw a lot of water, a lot of water coming and clean and clean and clean, and then I had all these images, like like you said, in my belly, and then I feel them like they were like anchoring down
Yes.
into the earth,
Yes.
and I felt like my energy was making, when the earth is nutritious,
Yes.
like nurturing, earth, and I saw the earth and the worms. This is good.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So you're really working with the source of it. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
I'm very-
MichaelA.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I saw myself as a portal of the Sophia Christ energy come through me. As it came through me, very similar to Fiorella. It was the energy that came through me went to the soil and purified the soil. It gave nutrition. It allowed the soil itself to really expand. And when I was seeing that expansion of the soil, it was like the soil was growing, and as the soil was growing, I could see everything was flash photography, slow, still shots of like the fruits, the berries, the flowers. They were all blooming, and it was interesting because they would go into the areas you would never think they would go into. Like they would go into between the sidewalk tracks. It was like all in the areas that you would never think where vegetation or farm or food would be. It was open, and I could just see lots of people eating it, and just the abundance and prosperity that was for everyone. And just kind of kept feeling what it would be like to see places like India and Africa and just other impoverished countries that don't have food, to see the smile on the kids and just to see the plentiful nature that allowed that energy to be very just to flourish in different ways. So I stuck with that as that energy came through me, and then it like spread across the world. So I just could see different countries, especially impoverished countries. I was like really focusing on countries that don't have a lot, and to see what that would, and to visualize that coming through and opening up, especially for the children. It's like a lot of children just with lots of fruits and bringing them back to their families.
Thank you.
For me, I also saw a lot of children and a lot of soil. In the beginning, I was really focusing on Africa because I know they have a lot of water drought issues.
They had.
And I kept seeing like a lot of people just trading food there, like not even for people using like exchanging food for money.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing like naked toddlers like just running in the gardens, like laughing so much. And then I saw again that like a circle of angels above earth with a circle of Octarians, and then in this tube of light they're dropping like cabbage and carrots. It was like really funny but serious at the same time. And then I saw like a lot of neighborhoods just bringing all the food from your garden to like a block party, and people just trading food and seeds. And I saw all the balconies having gardens, and in lobbies people would just put their extra produce like just free to take. And then I kept seeing all the curriculum in school, like teaching kids how to grow. And I saw all this wind, like blowing away the toxic soil and ripping out all the toxic plants. And then this black dust coming out of earth, and then immediately it would turn into like sparkly gold. I really like this one too. I could go on for.
I could have gone for. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I am curious to see what others saw. Yeah, I mean, it was like it was like never-ending images of all the different ways, and just like you all did, the abundance was remarkable, and the joy of people. And there was often, most places, there was nothing with money exchange. It just was a way of life, which was so beautiful to see. So I'm very curious to see what you all experienced. So Valerie's here. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Francine. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Cynthia. I would love to hear from you. Hi, Kelly Wesley. Let's see what you all saw. Your voice goes into a whisper and it's difficult. Really? See, that's what happened last time too. I gotta find out what's going on. Sorry about that, Cynthia. I don't know why. I laugh at him because the fruits and the vegetables were giant, reminding me of the scripture about the clusters of the grapes were 10 or more times than we see now. Ah, gotcha. Thank you, Francine. Acres of divine abundance crops across the planet, feeding and sustaining humanity. Thank you, Joy and singing. Thank you. Yeah, would love to hear from more of you. It's beautiful. Like obviously, water and food is our number one. And Kendra, I saw beautiful food forests. Yes. Biodynamically grown food, earth-shaped like structure in all the world's communities. I saw lots of those earth ships as well. Thank you. Where everyone was helping and sharing. That's another one that I don't know if any of you saw. Like people were part of the food being grown and distribution. Like they just knew this was a way of life. Everybody took part, so it wasn't like it was just farmers or anything. Like everybody was part of it. Joyfully they were part of it. It was so beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your visions. Thank you for feeding the images. Again, we have tons of images that are the solutions, and we trust. So when you visualize, is the key is what the vision is. The vision, that's why we prepare the body first, this crystalline to us, so it's clear. It's like there's no resistance. So when we see the image, it's in the etheric body, then we can pull it into the mental body more clear and different ways, and then we can then bring it into the emotional body by feeling the joy and celebration, then to the physical temple with the breath to breathe it out of us. So we're really alchemizing the image together. Then when we're focusing, we're feeding into the one place, and it just so happened to be under the pyramid here, so we can descend. We can like anchor it deep into Gaia. So thank you all of you for that. And I'm going to be working on this microphone issue. So thank you for your patience. Love you all so much. We drink a lot of water. Love this. Kendra says she loved this one. I love this one too. Really. I feel like I want to draw all the different things that I saw. Thank you so much. It's going to be wonderful. And you know what? I would love to hear from the rest of when I make this video on our Ascension Alchemist page. Please list what are the other things we saw. So these are part of the way we create communities. I mean, you're an architect. You're like, these are all the ways we create the new way. So we all need to pull these visions together, not just we see them, we are inspired and we want to create these together. We're not waiting for anybody else. We got to do it ourselves. So much love, everyone. Thank you and have a beautiful night. We'll see you next week. Tomorrow I have Valerie Elster, my dear galactic sister, live on my Facebook page, HoniB Author, Speaker, Healer. So please join. That's going to be 4 o'clock. It's going to be really cool about what's happening right now and globally, and also ascension frequencies. And then Michael has Paul Lufton, I can never say Neger, on Thursday, and the Voice of the Sacred Masculine at 1. It's so cool. It's his birthday. He turns 44 on Thursday, and he's going to be live with Michael, who's 44. So it's this 44 energy on Thursday. That's going to be Love and Ascension Alchemists. So much love, everyone. Love you all. Thank you so much for your contribution tonight.